If you're just starting out and you're trying to get to 10K in MRR, your ultimate mission is going to be it's called revenue cohort retention. Your mission is to get to, let's say, 60% after 12 months. At 6 months, it should ideally be 60 plus percent. And that's on the way to 10K. And the reason why is because if you're not familiar with revenue cohort retention, basically what that means is the revenue that you've generated this month, how much of that revenue do you retain every month after that from that same bucket of revenue that you got this month? And if you use Profit, there's a chart for you for free. It'll show you this. Baremetrics has it too, and so does ChartMogul. I feel like there's a couple of others that have this chart. But if you're using any of those tools, they probably have a revenue cohort retention report for you for free right now. And your goal is to get to that metric. And the reason why is because if you don't, you're going to have to replace that 10K MRR every 6 to 12 months if you have less than 60% at 6 months. And the way that you get there is by focusing on the things that you already know about. So you already know about getting to product market fit. You already know about, okay, what are the channels for acquiring the best paying customer? Who is my best paying customer? Why do they buy it? You already know about that process, or I'm assuming you do at least. But when I audit growth, the first thing I'm looking at is revenue cohort retention. It doesn't matter what size the business it is. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the highest growth companies, the ones that are like, they're just like taking off, they have 120% typically, like it's 100 to 120% revenue retention at 12 months. And then the ones who are in between at the 12-month mark, they're usually getting 80%. They should be getting 100, but even 80% still is technically pretty good. If it's 60% or less at 12 months, this business is going to have to replace its revenue every 12 months. And that's a grind. Basically means that marketing has to work extremely hard. So does sales. And you really only grow by focusing on acquisition. But we all know that acquisition is getting more expensive, which means that your cost of revenue might actually be really high. And also just a generally, it's not going to be as efficient as a funnel.